Hello everyone, this is Amit Dawn, and on this channel you'll find financial, travel and more videos. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Amit Dawn and you're watching one of my India travel videos, and today I'm taking you to the Agra Fort or the Red Fort, which is located on the bank of the Yamuna River in Agra, India, and this is to be the residence of the Mughal empires in the 17th century. I'll give you some highlights and will describe some of the features and locations of the fort as I go along. For example, the bluish color you're looking at right now on the wall, those are actually not paintings. They are real stones and they were imported from Afghanistan at that time. But except the bluish color, the other parts of this wall is painting or red sandstone, but the blue ones are actual stones. The Agra Fort is a massive red sandstone fort which stretches 2.5 kilometers in circumference and had more than 500 buildings inside and lots of underground chambers. It's like a city within the boundaries of a fort. Today, only 30 buildings survive inside the fort. There are several lush gardens throughout the fort, and in this section, which is in Jahangir's palace, you'll find a large black stone bowl which used to be used as a bathtub by the emperors, and they used to take a bath in this black stone bowl. Some of the sections inside the fort, they were hollow inside the wall, so that let the voice travel from one place to another place, and that's how I believe they communicate. And this is kind of ancient technology where they used to hear or talk from other parts of the fort. The section you're looking at used to be the library for the 4th Emperor Jahangir, and if you look on the wall, those actually shelf-like places in the walls actually used as a bookshelves right there, and there used to be books, and the whole place used to be a library, and then there were paintings on the roof and on the wall as well. Red Fort has 4 gates, and one of them leads to the river, and 40,000 workers worked 8 years to build this fort. Although you can't see them anymore, the whole palace was covered by handmade carpets, Persian carpets, and handcrafted art laywork on the wall. And to match the art of the wall, they also put the same design on the roof of the same room. So, for example, if you look at the roof right now or the ceiling right now, the same designed carpet covered the whole section of this place, and this happened throughout the palace. But here you can just see one example how it worked out. Okay. Agra Fort is situated by Yamuna River, and in those times the water level in the river was very high. You can actually see the Taj Mahal from here if you look closely. That's the Taj Mahal. So due to the high water level, to protect the fort from the water and everything, they had some sort of water system built close to the river, which you can see a little bit here, and that just protected the river from the high water. And here I'm just trying to zoom the Taj Mahal. It's a wonderful view from a distance. Throughout the history, the Red Fort or Agra Fort was occupied by several different Maharaja kings and empires. So the section you're looking at actually represents the original brick made section, and this used to be from one of the Hindu Maharaja King Badal Singh, and then later on as several other Mughal emperors took possession of the fort, control of the fort, then they added more extensions and they changed the designing, and they added marble work and red sandstone. So this is one of the original designs which still exists today, and that's how a majority of the fort used to be in the past times before all the added renovations and extensions were added by the Mughal emperors. So this part is made of brick.
The entire fort was like this. Most of the part was rebuilt and renovated by Akbar. The story about the source of this red sandstone is not so far just
Different emperor built different parts of the palace and it's named after them. So this is the red part which was built by Jahangir and called Jahangir Palace, and the white part which was built by Shah Jahan and it's called Shah Jahan Palace.
and that is known as the Shah Jahan Palace.
This section is known as Summer Palace. During the summer, the royals used to live here or stay here because the walls are actually hollow, so there is some sort of water flow in between, which made the whole place cooler, and then it was not that hot inside here. You have to think that you have to know that there's no electricity at that time, so there's no fan, there's no air conditioning, there's no nothing. So that's how the emperors used to made air conditioning in this palace using ancient technology by flowing the water between the walls.
Can you talk again? Yes, can you hear me? Okay, and where you're, let me just see where you're standing. Okay. That's amazing.
Here you're looking at a cross ventilation system which lets the air flow, so that made the space cooler. So if you look on the top right now, you'll see the hollow ventilation, and that's how without electricity those days they used to keep the place cooler. Section of palace is the Shah Jahan's palace, because this is the white section. And then Shah Jahan had two daughters, and you're going to be looking at the one of the bedrooms used by one of the daughters, which is right there. So right, those buildings are part of the bedrooms used by Shah Jahan's daughter.
The whole, we can say, okay. So here you can have an idea how royal.
Here you're looking at several bedrooms and place to gather, and this is to be a garden in the past. So the Mughal empires, they used to drink wine at this location. They loved wine, and the wine was prepared kind of homemade, and they used to drink wine here in this section. So this is known as the place where the emperors drank wine. This whole section is actually one of the master bedrooms. So you're looking at this place, which is a bedroom, and there used to be lots of decorations and even the gold-plated decorations in the past. But now you can just see some of the ruins, and this is a huge bedroom. This is another bedroom used by another daughter. So they're just kind of close, but they're separated. So the first bedroom I showed you used by one daughter, and the second bedroom used by another daughter. And then there are like in other bedrooms, and then we already saw the huge master bedroom. The octagonal section of this palace is where the emperor who built Taj Mahal, Shah Jahan, was arrested by his son, and he spent his last few years here with his favorite daughter. And it was his wish that he would like to. The Taj Mahal is visible from this section, so it was his last wish that. He wanted to spend the rest of his life looking at the Taj Mahal. So basically he died here and he lived his last few years with his daughter looking at the Taj Mahal. So this is a prison, kind of prison, but it's actually not really a prison. This is a section of the palace from which you can see the Taj Mahal across the Yamuna River. This section is called the Glass Palace. So there's like pool, pool or tub inside it, and then there's a dressing room, and then on the wall there are lots of tiny mirrors, and those mirrors are very high quality mirrors, and which had to be imported from Syria at that time. So the whole place is covered by lots of tiny mirrors, and this section is not now open to the tourists, but you can see it from outside. You cannot go inside.
The same mirror palace out there, but this is the finest amongst them.
The whole fort has lots of lush gardens, and you're just looking at one of them. And there's going to be a place where the emperors used to give visitations to the kings and the guests. So you're looking at just one section. So this is another garden right here, and then you're looking at a section where the emperors used to show up to meet other kings or guests. So this section right there, where the emperors met kings and gave visitations to people. So this is one of the sections that used by the emperors to meet and greet people and kings. This is one of the gates called Elephant Gate, and here the people used to throw flowers at the emperors when they used to pass through these gates. So that's all for this video. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because there will be more travel videos coming up from India. So I'll see you shortly. Thank you.
Okay, so sit.